What initiatives are in place to attract new businesses, both industrial and retail, here in Texas City?
Thank you, Mr. Cole. The City of Texas City has quite a few initiatives that are in place to attract both retail and industrial. You kind of led off with it when you said retail follows rooftop. And so very simply, the growth that we're experiencing in the City of Texas City by way of our housing developments is attracting more and more retail developments. We're happy, as Mayor Bell just mentioned, that the rooftop expansion that we have in the Lago Mar area has contributed to the LaMarque sales tax base. That housing boom has contributed to the Dickinson Independent School District tax base, and it has contributed to the City of Texas City property tax base. So we're happy to be a city that can help surrounding cities as well as help ourselves. But as far as the initiatives are concerned, we have initiatives from small businesses, grants from our Economic Development Corporation, the business incentive grants that help new businesses, to larger incentives for major corporations and developments, such as our 380 agreements that we can enter into. So from time to time, you'll see major developments that come in that will be promising upwards of 400 or 500 jobs to the citizens of Texas City and bringing in billions of dollars to the tax base. And they sit down and work with Kristen Edwards and Mr. John Branson and myself and talk about the 380 incentive agreements that we can levy with them. And so from the small mom and pop businesses to the larger corporations that come in looking for 380 tax abatements and things like that, we offer incentives. But not only that, we have a major infrastructure of water, sewer, pipeline and things like that that attracts industry to ours. And we have a long history of investing in that type of infrastructure so that Texas City can be a welcoming place to industry.
That's awesome. Mayor Johnson, what do you believe is I mean, you kind of alluded to some of it just a moment ago, but what do you believe is kind of that big driving factor, driving current business growth, and how confident are you that the city is in position to sustain additional businesses moving into our town? You were kind of alluding to some of that just a moment ago, so I'll let you kind of go back and talk about some of that.
I want to make sure I heard your question. What's driving business
Yeah,
growth?
what do you believe is driving, what's that driving factor to bring businesses here?
The fact that we have a very competent staff in Texas City, right? From our economic development director to our city engineer to our public works director. The City of Texas City is also conveniently nestled between the energy corridor of Houston and the nice tourism beaches and cruise terminals of Galveston. We're right in the middle, and so people are finding Texas City to be a great place, not only to buy a home, but to build a family, to start a career, to work, to retire, and stay in the City of Texas City. And so those things are cyclical in nature, and they make businesses want to come there, and they make those business owners want to buy a home there and live there. But again, we have a long history of investing in the infrastructure of Texas City. It didn't start with me, or my predecessor, Matt Doyle, or his predecessor, Mr. Carlos Garza. It started with mayors who have always had the forethought and the foresight to talk about infrastructure and not only what's going to be good for Texas City today, but what's going to be good for Texas City tomorrow. And we're reaping the benefits of that foresight.
Mayor Johnson, with the City of Texas City water contract set to expire at the end of 2027 with the Gulf Coast Water Authority, and as a part of the current contract, Texas City is experiencing some of the lowest water rates in the state. Can you elaborate a little bit on what is the reason for not signing the renewal contract at this time with the Gulf Coast Water Authority, and does a delay in signing jeopardize this contract and future contracts?
So no, a delay in signing the contract does not jeopardize this contract or any future contract. The City of Texas City has not signed the contract yet because, as you stated, our contract is not up until December 31st, 2027. So we have quite a while. But our delay is not a normal delay. Our delay is one that is buried in due diligence. Right now, we have contracted with a third-party organization to do a water rate and consumption study, because we believe that before we sign a contract, which by the way will be for the next 40 years. And so as I stated, we are looking at foresight, not just for Texas City today, but for tomorrow. We're doing our due diligence in that water rate and consumption study so that we can provide our citizens with the best possible rate today and tomorrow. I also want to note that we've been working with the Gulf Coast Water Authority in doing this rate study, and so we're looking forward to our due diligence. Our contract is not up until the end of next year. Our rate study should be done by the end of this summer, and we'll probably sign that contract by the end of this year. Most cities signed that contract early because those cities were in need of water. As you stated, it's very valuable. The city of Texas City, we have enough water for today and the projected growth that we've been experiencing. We've always purchased more water than we needed. When there was a big freeze and Winter Storm Uri back in 2021, pipes were bursting everywhere. Citizens were under boil water notices and everybody was panicking, and the city of Texas City was faring very well. We never had to have no boil water notice or anything like that, because we were preparing for times of emergency like that. So we're very confident that we're going to have the right pricing for our citizens in the future.
Thank you for your answer. Tell us a little bit about what future projects are currently underway or that are being planned for the city of Texas City as far as infrastructure.
So the city of Texas City has quite a few infrastructure projects. Namely, we have $8.5 million in projects that was just approved through the Galveston County bond issue. So we're happy to get those projects underway soon. But you may have heard about our Building for Your Future projects in the city of Texas City. We're very excited about some major facility infrastructural improvements. Right now, as a part of that Building for Your Future program, we had our library that's undergoing a massive roof repair, and the envelope of our library, that's happening today. So I know our library director, Ms. Cheryl Loewen, is excited about that. We're doing some expansions and renovations to our Public Works and Engineering building. That is currently going on right now. And we've also moved out of our city hall that we've been habitating for the past 71 years into an interim building, as we will be looking forward to demolishing that building and building a brand new municipal complex to start sometime this summer. So we're very excited about that. That will also entail our new emergency operations center. So our Mr. Joe Tumbleson is here, our director, emergency management coordinator is here, and so we're excited about that. But we're looking forward to installing the new long-awaited Moses Lake pump station. Again, several administrations before me had tried to work on that project. Thanks to a hazard mitigation grant, we have received the funding to move forward with our Moses Lake pump project. We've just received all of the permitting approvals from the Army Corps of Engineers that we've been waiting for quite some time. And so that's going to entail some infrastructure that we build over our all-important levee. So once we get that Moses Lake pump station installed, that will help with our capacity to remove floodwaters from the streets of Texas City during inclement weather and thunderstorms, allowing our residents and our businesses to get right back to business as usual at a faster pace. So we have lots of infrastructural improvements in the city of Texas City. Some that we're not responsible for, obviously, is the Highway 45 expansion, but something that all of our communities will benefit from. TxDOT is also busy right now working on the TxDOT project from Highway 3 all the way to 14th Street, down Emmett F. Lowry, down Palmer Highway. Businesses are being drastically affected. Commuters are being drastically affected. I tell people all the time, when you see bulldozers tearing up rocks and cones, blocking highways and all of the inconveniences, that is a sign of progress. That is a sign of future growth in the city of Texas City. And so although it's a minor setback, it's preparing for a major comeback.
Give us a little information specifically on the timeline of the new city hall, and where's the project as far as plans and cost estimates are concerned currently?
Well, that's going to cost us that entire project, the city hall, the emergency operations center, the fire station number 5, the roof repairs, the engineering expansion. All that's going to be paid for with $74 million worth of certificates of obligation. Again, a couple of those projects are underway right now. The library, the public works expansion, and the engineering building. We should begin demolition in about a month or so with City Hall, at least before the summer, and then maybe in the month of August, begin the construction of the new municipal complex. We're looking at less than 2 years, depending upon weather and all the other variables that come into play when you're building a new facility, a year and a half to 2 years. We're still meeting with PGAL, who are the architects, and we are hashing out, price points and different specifications of the project. We're happy to be working with Spall Glass. Also, Spall Glass Construction is the exact same construction team that built our City Hall 71 years ago in 1955. And so we're very happy that it shows you the long-standing commitment that they have to their craft, and they were the winners of that bid when we opened those bids among some very competitive and competent construction managers at risks. And so we're looking forward to getting all those projects underway.
How do you ensure that residents' voices and wishes are being considered, not necessarily on a certificate of obligation comment or topic, but on any issue? How do you ensure that?
So the City of Texas City has a longstanding practice of making sure our residents' voices are heard. Despite what we may see from time to time or hear on social media, the Texas Open Meetings Act, particularly section 551.007, it says that the citizen has the right to speak at every government public meeting on issues that are on the agenda. The City of Texas City has always allowed citizens to speak. We are currently allowing citizens to speak, and we will continue to allow citizens to speak on items that are on the agenda. Now, the reason why I say that is because our city council meetings, our city commission meetings, those are business meetings. Those are the meetings where we conduct the business of the city. It's where we decide on our ordinances, our resolutions. It's where we make budget amendments, and citizens can speak for or against that. We can't prevent people from speaking just because they're not in favor of something, and we never have. So we oftentimes get people to come and speak for or against. As a matter of fact, this last commission meeting that we just held, we held a public hearing. Public hearings are significant staples of our commission meetings when new developments come to town. We post notices for public hearings as are required by law, and citizens can come and speak in favor of something, and they can come and speak in opposition of something. What has not been allowed at the City of Texas City meetings is for citizens to come and speak about anything they want to that disrupts the meeting, that levies insults against staff, against elected officials that have nothing to do with the business of the city. And that has been somewhat of a point of contention. But we have always allowed an open platform with any topic that we are discussing and deliberating. But to go a little further, because I do know citizens' voices are important to be heard, my administration has gone above and beyond the city commission meetings, and we've had town hall meetings in various aspects of our community, all the way from the LaMarque area, all the way to the east side Old Sanders Center, and anywhere in between. We welcome citizens to come and talk about any topic at the community conversations with Mayor Johnson. And their topics are not agenda-based. Any topic, and you don't have a 3-minute time limit. So we have provided a platform in commission meetings for you to speak about the things that we're doing business on, and we have provided a platform outside of commission meetings for any citizen to come and voice their opinion and be heard on any topic. So we think we've covered the whole gamut of allowing our citizens to be heard.
Thank you very much. Mayor Johnson, looking at everything currently underway from master plan communities to neighborhood revitalization, what does the full pipeline of residential development in Texas City look like for the next few years?
The pipeline of residential development in Texas City, it looks steady, it looks thriving, and it looks balanced. And I say balanced because as you drive into Texas City, down I-45, you see the LaMarque development that's been underway for the past 15, 20 years. And now when you look on the east side of 45, you see Beacon Point, you see LaMarque East, you see newer developments that are still thriving in Texas City. But not only are we talking about these master plan communities, we're still not only doing greenfield, but we have infield. We have Sunrise Cove, we have Steed Landing, and we have developments on scattered sites in every part of Texas City, even in the Chelsea Manor area. There are new homes being built all over the city of Texas City. And as I stated, not only in the master plan communities, but we're assisting residents with grants, and we have rebuilt 5 homes for elderly and disabled people from the ground up. Matter of fact, one of them will be moving into her brand new home next week. And so we're very happy to be able to assist. We've partnered with Bay Area Habitat for Humanity in trying to donate some of our properties owned by the Economic Development Corporation so that Bay Area can have a footprint that's very significant in the city of Texas City. We've done ribbon cuttings, we've done groundbreakings, and so from the grant funded home to the master plan community, we continue to have a balance of housing options in the city of Texas City.
Thank you for that answer. How will the city improve the security and the safety of the downtown area to encourage the public to take advantage of the new park and the renovated businesses that are down on that 6th Street area?
Well, let me start by saying it's definitely perceived. So we talk about the need for security or threats in the downtown area, whether it's real or whether it's perceived. And I say it's perceived because less than 1% of the crime that occurs in the city of Texas City occurs on 6th Street. Less than 1% according to our stats. So it's definitely perceived. But to your point, our police officers have worked with the businesses on 6th Street, and they have started a power of attorney initiative where businesses are working with law enforcement. If they sign that temporary power of attorney over, then the police can assist them with vagrancy, with illicit activities in front of their business in the absence of the business owner. The City Economic Development Corporation has strung some beautiful lights all up and down 6th Street to help with visibility at nighttime. As far as public safety is concerned, our Public Works Department will be installing a traffic signal that has been missing from 6th Street and 9th Avenue for quite some time. I think it was destroyed back in Hurricane Ike, and we didn't see a need to put it back up there. But traffic studies that we've conducted recently have shown that there is now a need due to the growth in that area. So we'll be installing a traffic signal at 6th and 9th. And so the programming at the park is bringing residents out for a free concert every month, just the amenities there and the things that are going on there. So the people who are existing on 6th Street at the parks serve as an extra set of eyes to make sure that the city is operating safely.